Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Doris and I film on faith, lifestyle and life lessons. If you are new on this channel, welcome to the family. If you're an old subscriber, I see you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support. So it's a brand new week and I hope you're in positive spirit. But if you are not, don't worry, I come your way once again with a brand new episode of Wake Up Weekly, something to help kickstart your day and hopefully be able to take you throughout your week in positivity. So this week we're talking about, it's a question, what's holding you back? What is really holding you back? We're not going to have like a shallow conversation. We're going to dive deeper. So one of the things I like to do personally is to sit myself down and have a chat. And so over the past weekend, as usual, I sat myself down. I was just asking myself some questions. And one of the things that really came up was, what's holding you back, Doris? And I realized that I actually didn't have a valid answer, or even if I did, it was so shallow because I realized that there were so many things holding me back that I had not actually picked on. And one of the main things that I personally believe is holding me back, was and is holding me back, is my fear of what people will say. I know definitely this particular one, it's so real for me because I've lived most of my life feeling invisible, feeling like no one sees me, feeling like I just can't be seen. And so I've mostly just yearn for approval, wanting to be seen, my need to be validated. And so there are certain things that I wouldn't do just so people would not have anything to say about me. So I realized that this thing has really been crippling me. And so I just went through my journal. I was just trying to read through my old journal and I realized that there are so many things in my heart that I'm not doing because I'm so scared of what people will say. I remember particularly when I was writing my book, my first book, Walking Your Purpose. If you haven't got a copy, make sure you click on the link below to get a copy for yourself. I'm sure you're going to be inspired by that. But when I was writing that book, everything in me was scared. Like everything that you can think of. I was so scared because I just felt like there are better writers out there. Like, girl, where are you coming from? Like, you have no story to share. You are so young. Like, you just don't have anything to say. Who is going to read your book? No one even knows who Doris is, so why do you think your book will be out there? And these are things that are from within. It's not an outside voice saying anything. It's not another person saying it. These are my own thoughts. My own voices just battling with me. And that is the thing. It's the inner voices that actually stop us more than the outside voices. And so it was a big battle. Like, I had to overcome that through prayers, just speaking to people, speaking to my friends, people just speaking into my life. I remember particularly one friend of mine, I had to screenshot that because every time I feel scared, one of the things I look at is that message. He was like, Doris, close your eyes and imagine yourself standing in front of people and inspiring them with your story. And it felt so real doing that. And so sometimes when I feel scared, I'm just like, okay, it's not even about me. Put yourself aside. It's about the people that God has destined to be blessed through you. And it's in as much as I was able to overcome that fear and I was able to publish and launch my book, sometimes those things still resurface and I'm not able to overcome those things. And so I realized that the fear of what people will say has really crippled me. It's really paralyzed me into doing certain things. Like there are some prayers that have been answered and yet I'm not able to really just celebrate those prayers or just enjoy those prayers because I'm just scared of what people will say. Maybe unlike me, it's not about what people will say because you've been able to overcome that, but maybe it could be a fear of tomorrow, the fear of the unknown, like the fear of rejection, the fear of failure. And so you're just not doing what you're supposed to do. Most of the times we just want to know, but then if you always want to know something, then it keeps you bound from actually taking action because in your mind you've already failed, and so what's the point of you doing it, right? But sometimes there's so much beauty in just not knowing and trusting that God will come through for you. So if you're scared of doing something, really sit yourself down and just ask yourself, is this really worth it? Because sometimes the things that we're actually afraid of are afraid of us. Like, they don't even exist. It's just our mindsets. And so they keep us so bound, and then in case you're able to overcome that, you realize that, okay, why did I not even start this earlier? So this week or today, I just want you to sit yourself down and ask yourself this question: what is really holding me back? Is it fear of the unknown, fear of rejection, or the voices in me that is telling me that I'm not good enough? You are good enough. You might not be good enough for everybody, but you're good enough for the people that God has destined for you to be a blessing to. And you're good enough for us. The fact that you are still here means that you are good. You are so precious in the sight of God and in the sight of the people that God has, planted in your life. Don't discount yourself. Don't count yourself out. You're still in the race. You carry a piece to the puzzle. Without your giftings, without your talents, without your voice, without your sound, the world is incomplete, because your piece of the puzzle makes the puzzle complete. So whatever is holding you back, fight through it. But first, you have to be able to recognize that. So you have to be very truthful and honest with yourself. You have to be able to be very intentional. You have to be able to pick up on that little fox before it spoils the vineyard. So what is really holding you back? Like me, are you scared of what people will say? Are you scared of the judgment of people? Because the truth is, people are always going to say things, and I've come to realize that some people actually do really care, so it's not a case of them being jealous or anything. Sometimes people do really care. Anytime you make a mistake, it's another springboard for you to know that, okay, I'm not supposed to do it this way, because someone who is actually doing something and making mistakes is actually making progress, because they are finding out a way of not doing things. And so don't be stagnant. Don't just sit there and be watching everyone live the life that you desire to live, because it doesn't just happen. People are just not overnight becoming successful. They are putting in the work. Most people are scared, and yet they keep going. They keep pushing through. They keep pushing through the fear. They keep pushing through the uncertainty. They keep pushing through their fears, their failures, everything. They keep pushing through it because they realize that there is much more to them than where they are now. There is a part of you that you've not actually been able to meet. There is a version of you that you have not yet seen or met, because you're so fearful, and so you are so stagnant in the same place with the same mentality. You're so scared to just put in an effort. You're so scared to break through that bubble. Break that bubble. It's okay. People will talk, and that's okay. People will say things, but what you say to yourself, those are the powerful things. What are you saying to yourself? When you look in the mirror, what do you say to yourself? Do you discount yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you tell yourself you're not good enough? Because those are the things that will actually fight your purpose. Those are the things that really fight us. Because sometimes people are not even looking at us. Like, we think that people are looking, or people are watching, and people are going to say things. But people have their own lives to live. And if people say something, it's okay, but let your results do the speaking. And before your results can do the speaking, it just wouldn't happen overnight. It's not going to be happenstance. It's going to take work, sweat, tears, everything, the hard work. And so what is really holding you back? This is a question that you need to sit yourself down and ask yourself. And I hope and pray that you're able to find out that little fox before it messes up your vineyard. You are capable. You can make it in life. Lives are dependent on you. You can't make it. And we are proud of you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been inspired, empowered, and blessed by this video. If you did, please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss out on any other video that I put up. Thank you so much for your support, and I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.